Once that business hypothetically generates about 2x what I make in my career, I think that would be enough justification to say, let's go all in on this. Let's be a full-time entrepreneur. How would you like to have a $30 million net worth by age 40? In today's video, I'm going to talk about my plan to do just that. The acronym you see on the board right here stands for Ultra High Net Worth Individual. In order to be a part of that cohort, you need at least $30 million in investable assets. In 2021, over 56,000 people achieved this milestone. Worldwide, there are over 610,000 people that have at least $30 million in investable assets. Drum roll. Here's the important statistic that you need to take away from today's video. 130,000 of those people are self-made and have achieved that milestone before age 40. So as we see the line, how do you reach the ultra high net worth individual status before age 40? As I think about the role of money in my life, I'm just as happy now making what I am as a senior account executive as I was early in my software sales career as an SDR making $50,000 out of college. The actual income I'm making doesn't have a direct correlation with my happiness, but I do acknowledge that the more money I have, the more of an impact I can make, the more prosperity I can create for others. So I want to have a lot of money, I want to make a big impact, and I want to do a lot of good for the world. So as I think about how to get there, hypothetically what I would do, it starts with setting a target, next comes planning, and then finally execution. It's just a simple 3-step process. And if you want to get to that point like I do, it starts with writing down, I have achieved ultra high net worth individual status by age 40 or whenever. And I also want to let you know that setting arbitrary income-based, wealth-based, or age-based goals is like putting a ball and chain on your foot. If you don't get there, then you will be happy. If you don't have it right now, which will be the pursuit over the next 15 years, then you will be dissatisfied until you have it. You need to find enjoyment in the process of doing, not in love with the outcome of having. So that's the first step if you are audacious enough to write down this goal. Next, when you write down the goal and say, okay, I'm gonna go after it, I'm gonna go do it, you have to put together a plan and a vehicle to actually get there. You can get paid a lot in your career, such as software sales career, such as investment banking, such as consulting. You can even work your way up in some industries and make multi-million dollars a year as an employee before age 40. So I think it's possible to get there in certain career paths. But as we think about the article, a lot of the people under 40 are self-made, meaning they have created their own business, they have built equity in a business, and that has grown in value over time. So realistically, the only way to get there in my eyes is by creating a business. Here's what I'm thinking about doing, guys, and I want to hear your feedback. So right now on this channel, I make revenue from AdSense. I have no products, I have no services, I give everything away for free because I'm committed to offering value, and my hope is that grows the community, that grows the audience, and then later I'll have the opportunity to strategically monetize in a way that benefits both parties involved. What I'm thinking about doing and what I've talked about is starting a podcast. I want to build a brand around a sales brand so that eventually I can start doing sales training, sales consulting. I'm not quite sure if I want to do direct to consumer and do cohort-based learning. That really interests me, finding 15, 30 people that are interested in going from SDR to AE sooner, that are interested in finding their dream tech sales job, that are interested in going from AE to enterprise rep sooner. Once I get to that point, I want to make a course around this, but that's interactive and cohort-based so that there's a community, it's hands-on, and there's not just watch this video, pay me this dollar, and we move on transactional. I want it to be relationship and long-term based. So what I'm thinking about doing is starting a sales brand A. We'll create a podcast on it. We'll create another YouTube channel on it. We'll create a website on it, an email newsletter on it. So there's sales brand A. It offers a service or a product, and then these are the channels that attract customers, audience, to the product or service so that they can recognize the value and outcome of that product. Once that business hypothetically generates about 2x what I make in my career, I think that would be enough justification to say, let's go all in on this. Let's be a full-time entrepreneur, as they say. Once I get to that point, what I would say is, okay, service-based, learning-based business is good. It's scalable. There is leverage to it. But what is a better vehicle, a better business model? And I view technology as that vehicle. So best case scenario, I have a sales consulting business, I have hundreds of customers, and what if I'm able to develop a software that adds value to these customers in the form of productivity gains for their employees? I call my customers and say, look, I have this revolutionary new software. This is how it's going to help you. And then I start earning customers for my technology-based business that is a SaaS business model, recurring revenue, highly scalable, high leverage, high margins. It's one of the best business models out there. I start hiring a lot of great talent. Maybe some of you guys that have been a part of this journey for a while, because I know a lot of you guys have a lot of sales skills, and imagine if we could work together at some point and our connection was through this YouTube channel. And then that company continues to grow. And then after 5-10 years, we have an exit, we get acquired, we go public, or maybe we just stay private forever and just spread the good word of finding more success sooner rather than later. And that's my thinking on it. And then ultimately that would be the plan. And then finally the execution piece is actually doing the work. It's fun to talk about these big goals. It's fun to think, well, if I had $30 million, I would buy a private jet. I would have a private chef. I would take vacations whenever I want because I have the financial freedom to spend my time how I want. The way I look at this is it's my privilege to do the work. That is my execution. I want to do the work. I want to have a high net worth so that I can have the freedom to decide to do the work when I want to do the work. And whenever I stop being productive, I feel like I stop evolving and then I'll be unhappy. So the more I work, the more money I'll make, the more of an impact I can make, the happier I'll be. And it will be this self-perpetuating cycle. And that is my plan, to go from age 26, individual contributor, highly productive sales rep, working for a company, to eventually in business for myself as an ultra high net worth individual. Let me know what you guys think. That's just preliminary. I thought of that just here and now. So poke holes in it. I'm also trying to think of my sales brand. That is coming out soon, guys. If you're still around, I do want to provide an update because I value transparency. So what I'm thinking is that I love tech sales, I love sales, but I feel like we need to level up to reach a broader audience. So what I want to do is I have the Trent Dressel channel, the LinkedIn, the TikTok, which is my personal brand, which has all the audience. I want to create a separate brand, which is the sales brand, so it has its own channel on YouTube and all the channels you would want to watch. And that is specific sales related. We'll do a podcast, we'll bring on top producing reps, sales leaders, cool business people, and we'll do technical sales stuff on there. And then this channel, I want it to evolve into more. I want it to evolve into money, into crypto, into general business, into entrepreneurship. That is my aspiration for this channel. But of course, it won't be anything without your guys' support. So let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to the channel for more to join me in my journey, and I'll talk to you in the next video.